89.3 FM Toledo and Lima, 88.5 FM Wasia, on the web at yeshome.com, on the SFM Android and iTunes app, and the TuneIn Radio app, and now at 89.1 FM Fremont.
Children183 have a brand new album called Come In. It just dropped on Tuesday, and on the phone line with me, the lead singer of Children183, it is Dave. Hello.
Hey, April and everyone. Thanks so much for having me. It's great to be on the show. I hope you have some fun questions for me, or I don't know, maybe if you just want me to do karaoke or something, we could just do that instead. That'd probably be fun too.
We can do whatever. We can do random, we can do serious, we can kind of run the gambit. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right. Well, great. Well, first of all, okay, this brand new album, Come In, just came out on Tuesday, and that's pretty exciting stuff. And I noticed that this time around, it was with a Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah, you know, our deal decided not to do another record with us, and we were, we still wanted to do another record, so we kind of talked, and well, what should we do? What should we do? And we decided to go the Kickstarter route, and I'm going to take this time to say thank you so much to anyone listening who may have backed us on Kickstarter, and we really appreciate you making this record possible. And then we did the Kickstarter thing, and then Tooth decided to partner with us to kind of put it out together once it was all finished up. So it kind of worked out with the best of both worlds, so to speak. The Miley Cyrus thing.
Yeah, because something that we've noticed too is, not slamming any of the record labels and stuff out there, but the fact that you guys were able to kind of do it on your own, and had the fans have their say in it. We've noticed a lot of times that kind of works to the advantage, but then you've got Tooth backing you as far as getting it out and getting the product to us to give away and all that stuff too. So yeah, definitely the best of both worlds.
Amen. Yep, we're very happy that everything worked out for us.
All right, so we saw some stuff online. Don't know if it's a rumor because you can't always believe what you read online. Goodness, imagine that. But so is this actually your last album? Is this it? Or maybe you decided that, no, this went so well that maybe you'll do another one on your own? What's the deal with that?
It was about a year ago, a year-ish, maybe a year and a half, we kind of decided, we're going to commit to some change. We're going to do this Kickstarter. And, as time went by and as, we were doing the record and stuff, it became less clear to us what that change was actually going to look like. So, right now we're just really focused on this record. We're excited about these songs, excited to get on the road this summer and hang out with people. And as far as the future, everything's still on the table. All the branding irons are still in the fire, so to speak. And we'll kind of see what happens. And but we're excited. We're excited.
Well, certainly excited about this. New album, and we've been playing Hold Your Breath, and I've been hearing some other songs off of it, and it's a lot of fun. So let's delve into the album a bit, because from what I was hearing, it's kind of like a mix of the Children183 that we've heard throughout the years with the pop punk and kind of in your face, but then there's some a little bit more acoustic guitar driven stuff, a little bit more folk rock feel to it. So kind of tell us how you guys decided which songs to put on the album and which direction musically to take with that.
I feel like all of our records, we've kind of always had a little bit of that folk rock thrown in there in the midst of the wildness. So, I don't feel like it's that much of a departure, but maybe hopefully a maturity and a bringing together of all the fun things that we've been able to do in the past and just kind of do them again and do them a little differently. And we really had a lot of fun making this record with Jason Rao down in Springfield, Tennessee, and I'm a big fan of diversity on a record, and I think we succeeded in that, at least to my satisfaction. That there's some different sounds, different vibes as you listen to the whole record, but overall I feel like it's just we try and write pop songs, and it doesn't really matter however you dress them up, and you just hope that people like them.
Now, did you guys have like a specific theme with this album? Because there was a few things that like I personally, when I was listening to it, pulled out as far as like some different messages. But was there a specific theme, or just kind of wove its way through, and that's what you came out with?
I think it's a great idea to have a specific theme when you're going in to make a record, and to just bring that kind of uniformity and bring direction to a record. Unfortunately, I've never really been able to wrap my mind around how to do that. So, even though I think there may be themes in all of our records, it's less thought out and planned as it is just the different parts coming together and kind of forming a cohesive whole.
Well, we find sometimes too that sometimes with it less planned, it's less contrived, it's less forced. Do you feel that way yourself?
I could see that. I don't think that there's necessarily a right or wrong, and I think you can do it successfully both ways, and I think bands do it successfully both ways. I just know, for me, it's usually been the more focusing on the individual parts and then putting them all together to make a whole, instead of having the whole first and then making sure everything fits with one big whole. Though I'm not opposed to doing that. I so far I haven't had, or we haven't had as a band, that inspiration to do a whole record on a certain theme. I think it would probably be fun to try. Maybe in the future it'll get to happen. We'll get to be a part of a project like that. I don't know. Like I said, all options are still on the table.
Once again, talking to Dave, Children183, their brand new album just coming out on Tuesday. So when you guys aren't making music, what kind of things do you like to do in your spare time, or do you have spare time?
Excuse me. There's spare time. You don't always get to be on tour. Maybe some bands do, but we haven't quite reached that level yet. Maybe in the future. But some of us have jobs. Our sister works on a ranch, so that's pretty cool. Our drummer does some kind of industrial kind of work, and I think just the regular things. Check Facebook, jam, read some books, go read some books sometimes. I don't know. I guess I don't have a real good answer for that one. Sorry.
It's totally okay. I mean, have you gotten to the point where any of you have settled down and gotten married, or started families? Are you guys at that point yet, or is that still, something down the road?
Our little sister, who's not in the band, is getting married this summer. So that's exciting. She's got this great guy, and so we're all going to go down and be a part of that. But nobody in the band is married yet. So, but, taking all applications.
And those of you who are in the band, you talked about your sister working on a ranch. That's Lee Marie, and then also Steph. You guys are all sibs as well.
Say that again?
You guys are all siblings as well, correct?
Correct. Yep. All grouped together, sister and brother, that whole bit.
Yeah. How has that progressed throughout the years? Because I'm sure right from the get-go, when you guys first started, you're like, what's it like to be in a band with your brother and your sister? And you have those answers. But how has that progressed throughout the years?
I think whether you're siblings or just friends or even enemies, and anytime you get more than one person together to try and accomplish a goal. Anytime you try and do something as a unit of people, there's going to be difficulty, and there's going to be tension and struggle, But you always have that. There's so much good that can come out of unity, and I think it's just a learning process. You got to learn how to work with people. You got to learn how to work with different strengths and weaknesses, and at the end of the day, cooperation, unity is always hard. Relationships are always hard, but they're always worth it because that's who God is, and that's His ultimate goal. Really, is relationship and people working together in unity, and there's just so much power in that. So, I think the siblings thing, or not. It's the same, with any group of people. You just have to learn the lessons, and you have to be humble and willing to, whenever things are difficult, I just remind myself. And granted, I think we've done pretty good. Our parents taught us well, taught us how to get along with each other. But every now and again, there's struggles, and you just got to remind yourself it's worth it. Whatever little issue you have, the ultimate goals and things of what you're doing. I get to be in a rock band. I get to put out records. I get to play shows sometimes. It's all worth it, really.
Once again, talking to Dave of Children183, the brand new CD coming out, or just came out on Tuesday. Dave, is there anything maybe that you would like to impart to our listeners, maybe something that God is teaching you, or, maybe something, as an encouragement, or maybe just something fun?
Well, are you going to play our new song, Hold Your Breath?
We already are.
Okay, well, let's just talk about Hold Your Breath.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. Let's talk about that. What is that all about?
Hold Your Breath is just a song about the in-between times. And I think a lot of us, maybe you had a great family and they taught you the right thing, but I think a lot of people don't really have an understanding of the in-between times. And what I mean is, usually, well, probably always, from the point where you start out in life or on any goal, really, or you feel like you have a dream, or you feel like the Lord is calling you to do something in your walk with Him, and you start, and usually the very next thing that happens is the very opposite of what you thought or what you wanted, what you're trying to do. And it's that period of just waiting and sometimes just really hard things before you enter into whatever it is, you're calling with the Lord, or maybe just a dream in your heart, or a job, and it's those difficult times, and you see it all throughout the Bible. It's those difficult times that we have to have, and the lessons that we learn in those times that give us the strength and the skills that we need to enter into our destiny. And I just want to, if you're listening and you're going through a really hard time in your life, just think about maybe it's of course it's for a reason. Maybe you're going through a time of training before you can enter into your destiny, And if we can get a grasp on that, and you see it all through the scriptures and all the different Bible stories, when the Israelites came out of Egypt, it's about a 10-day walk from Egypt to the Promised Land, and it took them 40 years, But it's the lessons that you learn in that wilderness that are what enable you to enter into your destiny and your calling. And I think when we have that understanding, we can make sense of verses like "Give thanks for all things," because you really can give thanks to God not just in all things, but for all things, even the hard things, because it's those things that enable you to enter into your destiny. And that's basically what Hold Your Breath is about. It's just about that in-between time, the difficult. And I think if you've listened to our band at all in the past, you know that probably most of our songs are about that same topic, but it's a fresh one for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks so much, Dave. Once again, we are talking to Dave at Children183, and the new CD Come In just came out on Tuesday. And Dave, before we let you go, people wanted to get a hold of your music, want to find out about you guys, maybe stalk you, where could they go online and social media, that kind of thing?
Yeah, our Facebook we try and keep pretty regularly updated. And Twitter as well. And if you want to pick up the new record, you can get it on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, or just at toothandnail.com if you go to their web store. So yeah, go to the Children183 Facebook page and leave us a comment. Tell us what you're thinking about the new record. Tell us what towns you'd like to see us in this